opens in Toronto. The central bank shifting gears on its relocation. The push to secure more blood donations. And in sports, the Cat Island fishing tournament in full swing. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Jiminita Swain. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas and Canada forging closer ties with the opening of the Consulate in Toronto today. Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis on hand for the ribbon-cutting ceremony and luncheon. The office is headed by Consul General Al Delet, assisted by Vice Consul Gerald Wells, as well as Investment Attaché Dwight Hart. His Excellency V. Alfred Gray is the country's High Commissioner to Canada. During the ceremony, Prime Minister Davis said the opening of the office is long overdue and serves to augment and to advance the all-too-important mission of the Bahamas' Division of Foreign Affairs. This move gives Toronto-based Bahamians ease of access to conduct business and receive aid, while Bahamians visiting Canada will now have increased accessibility to emergency assistance. Prime Minister Davis also said the opening represents a commitment to expanding the Bahamas' economic and global presence, especially in the tourism sector. He noted the significant increase in stopover visitors from Canada, which more than tripled within the first 2 months of this year compared to 2022. The Bahamas is seen as an important partner for Canada in trade, as well as cooperating in a wide range of issues, including promoting democracy and protecting human rights. Both countries have enjoyed friendly diplomatic relations since 1973. In other news, the central bank has nixed the idea of constructing a new headquarters on the Royal Victoria Gardens site in downtown Nassau. No reason given for the central bank's decision. A release, however, confirms that officials have started the process of transferring the ownership of the property back to the government. It was back in 2017 that the then government agreed to transfer the Royal Victoria Gardens to the bank. The transfer was approved in 2019 and executed in 2022. The bank had even hosted a competition and selected a conceptual building design with Architecton Design Studios Limited subsequently contracted to provide services. As it now stands, the bank officials will explore alternative arrangements to meet the long-term accommodation needs. A day after a double homicide grabbed headlines here in the capital, President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Bishop Delton Fernando, weighing in on the brutal murder of a mother and daughter found in a Rosconnor apartment Friday morning. Bishop Fernando says this is not the direction the country should be headed in and offered prayers for the family left to mourn the loss.
The gruesome and heinous murders should bring us to a place where we look at ourselves as a nation and decide if we are healthy, if we're moving in the right direction. I believe it reminds us that we need to be our brothers and sisters' keepers, remind us that we need the love of Christ to be shared amongst ourselves, and also that as a nation we must change the course we're going in. This is not what we expect to be happening in the Bahamas, and Bahamians must look at themselves and decide, is this the direction we want our country to go in?
From the crime beat, Grand Bahama Police investigating the attempted suicide of a pregnant 24-year-old woman who was found at a home this morning. According to reports, the young woman, who is 30 weeks pregnant, tried to hang herself with a wire and also reportedly hit herself in the stomach with a hammer. EMS technicians transported the victim to the hospital, where she's listed in serious but stable condition. Investigations continue. Well, back here in the capital, it's in its continued fight against immigration infractions. The Department of Immigration hauling 59 persons before the courts this week. One Bahamian citizen and 58 foreign nationals were arraigned Wednesday before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt in Court Number 9 and Magistrate Shaka Seville in Court 4 for various immigration offenses. Bahamian citizen Yves Simplesse pled guilty and was convicted on 7 counts of employment of prohibited persons and was fined $1,000 on each count. The 58 foreign nationals included Chinese, Haitians, Cuban, a Dominican, and a Colombian. Their infractions included illegal embarkation, overstaying, engaging in gainful occupation without a valid permit, and attempting to knowingly mislead an immigration officer. Fines range from $300 to $1,000. Failing to pay those fines will incur jail time at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. In other news, with plans unveiled for 2 new bridges in Andros, the question is how much will they cost to construct and who will potentially fund them? It's a question Works Minister the Honorable Alfred Sayers answered this way following a recent town hall meeting in central Andros.
The 2 new bridges, the cost we know with respect to the Fresh Creek Bridge, you're talking about over $30 million. And with respect to the Stafford Creek Bridge, we're talking about almost $20 million. So we know between 13, 15 million. So we know that the issue of cost, but fortunately, the Bahamas has attracted very keen interest from the Inter-American Development Bank, from the Caribbean Development Bank, and we also had a meeting with the African Export-Import Bank, all of which have expressed an interest and willingness to work with the Bahamas in funding these various infrastructural projects.
And for the area member of Parliament, Leon Lundy, he couldn't be more pleased with these proposed upgrades.
It's really some welcome news, and any infrastructural upgrades is really a plus. And I can tell you it's a long time coming, and they're hoping, just as I am, that definitely will spark some more infrastructural upgrades that's much needed in the area. As one of the residents said when she was on the mic, it seems as though Andros is waking up now, so they really welcome this addition of both bridges.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. More news ahead after the break, so stay with us.
This is the super versatile Ring stick-up cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk. Hey, Eddie. Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on. Seriously? Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor stick-up cam by Ring.
Come on down at the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there. It's a family affair. Oh yes, it's that time again. Go tell your neighbors, tell your friend. As the children play, you can dance the night away. Yes, they got to the law. Games and junk and so much more. So jump in your car, catch all the fun, enough for everyone. At the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there. It's the family affair. Come on down at the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
You overpaying for low speeds with your internet provider? Stop wasting your money. Switch to BTC for the fastest internet to the most homes in the Bahamas. Get up to 300 megs fiber fast speeds, up to 3 times faster than what you get now. Plus, get 164 TV channels, all for just $42.50 a month for 12 months. That means you'll save $860 for the year. For the fastest speeds across the Bahamas and the lowest price by far, BTC is for you. Switch to the largest fiber network in the Bahamas.
Tune into the program, Living by Faith, with Bishop Valentino Williams of Life Changes Ministries International. Sundays at 5:30 p.m. on ZNS TV station. Prepare to be inspired, impacted, empowered, and transformed. Remember, the just shall live by faith.
This prophet here is not for sale. This prophet here come to declare what thus saith the Lord.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome back. It seems there is often a regular appeal for blood donations from medical facilities. Well, today, Doctors Hospital and Rubis teamed up to host a blood drive to assist with blood supply shortages at the Rubis gas station on Gladstone Road. Supervisor at the Doctors Hospital Blood Bank, Brenda Roll, talked about why Bahamians should strongly consider donating, one of the most crucial elements the body can't function without.
Collect is necessary for all types of operations, all types of injuries when people come into the hospital, and we always need a secure and safe blood supply in the Bahamas. We are so grateful to partner with Rubis here to help us with the outreach of not only educating the public, but garnering donors.
Rubis' sales and marketing manager, Misha Noel, says giving back to the community with the gift of blood will go a long way in helping the larger number of patients who really need it. She says blood donors would receive gas vouchers for their blood donations.
We want persons to come out and donate to save a life. It is so important, especially now that we have such a shortage in the country, for persons to come and give back. It may seem a small thing, but it saves a lot.
Located some 300 miles from the coast of Florida, Cat Island is world-renowned as a fishing mecca, drawing hundreds of anglers to our pristine waters and sunny climate with the hopes of landing a big catch. Tonight, a Cat Island fisherman is optimistic about the growth of the lucrative fishing industry on that island. He spoke to our Desmond Sanders.
Known for its sandy beaches, nature preserves, and historical ruins, Cat Island, 48 miles long and 4 miles across the widest point in the central Bahamas, is already a big draw for divers and fishermen around the world. For fisherman and founder of the Cat Island Down-Home Fishing Tournament, Nathaniel Gilbert, sports fishing is an industry that remains untapped.
We have virgin grounds around this perimeter of island. Fish here dive foliage and the conchs. But most of the bigger product you would find on the east side of the island, what we call the north side. So the fishing is awesome. But what I think would take Cat Island fishing to the next level is a fish house, number one, and someone who that would pay a good $1 per pound or per species, and the infrastructure, meaning more ramps that you could access the good fishing grounds.
Nathaniel Gilbert created the Cat Island Down-Home Fish-Off Tournament 6 years ago with the aim of boosting the local economy and revolutionizing the local fishing industry.
The youths of the island, and I would hope the youths of the nation, piggyback off it and join in and do it throughout the other islands. My committee is awesome. My committee is great, right from the president to the secretary to the chaplain. They're all awesome. They've done a great job, and I want to cheer them on for doing a great job.
Let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
My grandfather taught me about it. My grandfather used to take me up in the middle of the night and take me out fishing, and it was like I got into sports fishing at my earlier days, and then I grew in it, right from fly fishing to deep sea fishing. I should say from diving right to deep sea fishing, and then fly fishing came. And when fly fishing came in, it was all over.
As Cat Island experiences a rebirth, the Cat Islander says he will continue to make a mark within the local sports fishing industry and the local economy. Here in Smiths Bay, Cat Island, with my photographer, Agatha Christie, I'm Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. In other news, the Garden Hills Park came alive this Saturday for the first Kids Entrepreneur Pop-Up Market. The event is just one way kid bosses are able to showcase their products to the public. LaDon Davis was there and has the details in this report.
I've been making a lot of money and business is very good.
Ever since girl boss Fredria McKay started her business called Sparkle Her nearly 3 years ago, business has gone through the roof. She says it's this boost in sales that pushed her to create the first ever Kid Entrepreneurs Pop-Up Market in the community of Garden Hills.
I have 25 vendors, and I wanted to do the pop-up because it's always on adults, and I wanted it to be on kids.
The home-based business operators say they welcome the opportunity to display their products to all Bahamians with open arms.
I have some of these. These are actually tops. They spin and they make noises and stuff. And I have a few squishies for kids who aren't really interested in the slime and parents who are not also interested in the slime. So we have a different variety of things. And eventually we plan to go out into a bigger branch, and we do ship to Family Island, so that's kind of where we're starting to get out there.
Jelly beads are made of 98% water and biodegradable and safe for the environment.
And how is business going for you?
It's going great. We're getting a couple sales, and many people are enjoying it.
My mom has a business called Big Party Weird, so I wanted to follow her steps, and that's why I started anything for kids and accessories. And here I sell accessories for adults and kids.
Frederia's mother, Janira Miller, says it took a lot of hard work and dedication to pull it all off, but she says she is proud of the support of kid bosses and their families.
COVID has started. She started her business with making her nail polish, and she was just so excited for today. And we are very, very proud of ourselves for the turnout that we have. We have 25 vendors, and for right now, it's awesome.
And even though the first pop-up for kid entrepreneurs is now a thing of the past, organizers say if you didn't get to be a part of this one, you should apply for the next one that's expected to be even better at a park near you. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
From Garden Hills, we now pop on over to Pinewood Gardens, where residents there were treated to an Easter extravaganza. Area Member of Parliament, the Honourable Miles DeRota, reminding residents they were not forgotten, hosting the youngsters to an Easter egg hunt and bouncing castle. Among other treats, it's typically an annual event.
We usually have it on Easter Monday, the egg hunt, our annual Easter egg hunt. However, this year, Easter Monday fell with the Carifta Games. I, along with my family, was out at the stadium supporting Team Bahamas. I encouraged my team members and also members of the community to do the same. And so we planned the egg hunt for today that did not have a lot of other stuff going on.
Each year, officials have seen the event grow, and this year was no different at the Isaiah Taylor Park.
The first year was around 350, and last year it increased. And so this year we planned for 500 kids. We have, the regular Easter egg hunt with toys and prizes. We have the bouncing castle and popcorn, cotton candy, hot dogs, games for the kids to give them, the Easter break is finished. I think they're back to school next week. So give them their last hurrah before we go into exam season.
As we exit the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. Sports is after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the 50th Independent Secretariat Golden Jubilee Song Competition, open to all Bahamian creatives. Entries must be submitted by Friday, May 5th, 2023. For details, go to www.celebrate-bahamas.com.
Good to grow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
So whereas the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas are known for their unique wooden vessels, built of horse flesh and hard pine known as sloops, which have been used for decades throughout the islands of the Bahamas in cultural and sporting events known as regattas. Now therefore be it resolved that this House approves sailing as the national sport of
With that, the proclamation to name sailing as the national sport of the Bahamas was read and agreed on in the House of Assembly this past Wednesday. During his contribution, Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs, Clay Sweeting, highlighted the importance of sailing and those who made it all possible.
Madam Speaker, sailing in the Bahamas is extraordinary and legendary.
No other sport shares the amount of depth it has in our history. There is simply nothing like it. As a former fisherman, I've always been drawn to the water, and with sailing, it is no different. I've sailed at every regatta I've attended, and a tradition I hope to keep in the future.
Opposition leader Michael Pintard congratulated the government on the historic announcement.
I certainly will be delighted to support you publicly, if necessary, on this noble effort. And I do wish the government well in its trust to make sailing the national sports of the Bahamas. God bless you as you continue to try as hard as you seem to be in your efforts to do what's in the best interest of the Bahamian people.
For Good to Grow, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
Did you know that 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives? That's right. And that's why the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas and its partners, the Ministry of Health and the Public Health Authority, have joined forces to save lives through Blood Drive 2023. Friday, April 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Broadcasting Corporation's Studio A on Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive. Get free glucose screening, blood pressure testing, and an overall indication of your general health. Save the date, Friday, April 28th. It's the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas' Blood Drive 2023. Let's save lives together. For more information, visit our website at znsbahamas.com.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news. The NBA playoffs kicking off tonight. As for DeAndre Ayton and his Phoenix Suns, they're gearing up for their first-round matchup with the Los Angeles Clippers tomorrow. For the Bahamian big man, he's certainly ready for the matchup.
Just learning from those mistakes. You never get too high, never get too low. But those last 2 years being to the finals and losing in Game 7, like how we did. We got different ends of the stick to where we've had success and then we've had we've been unsuccessful, and now together to where this is a learning lesson in categories we've been. Film is different and all the way how we approach film.
Sports fishing action continuing today in Smith's Bay Cat Island for the 6th annual Cat Island Downtown Festival Fish-Off Tournament. Our Desmond Saunders has more.
You ready? Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
A tight race for that grand prize of $19,000 in this year's Cat Island Fishing Tournament. Anglers threw their lines in the water for the hand line division during day 3. Wade Seymour hauled in 80 fish. His big weigh-in was a tally fish at 5 pounds. Alexander Seymour caught 92 fish. His big weigh-in was a Margaret fish at 4 pounds. And Don Davis hauled in 38 fish. His big catch was a porgy big boy at 4 pounds.
It was kind of tricky because fish wasn't biting how to trick them to bite. So, but I know how to trick them. I try to participate every year. And today was good. It was a very good day for fishing. Little rain, but nothing to that. But it was a good day for fishing. And it's a good thing for the island to fish off. So I wish just more people would just participate.
Today was kind of a little bumpy. It was worse than yesterday, but we was able to go there and catch some fish. We have the deep drop. Hopefully the weather could come down just a little bit, and we get the tail off on the ocean properly. Try to get some red snap and see if we can wrap this competition up.
We had a pretty good start in the morning. We start off real good, catching a lot of the porgies and whatnot. So up until about 2 o'clock, then things kind of die down. So, I would say we had a good day today. And the last 2 years, we won the deep drop competition. So we're looking forward to the deep drop competition tomorrow.
The Cat Island Down-Home Fish-Off also attracting scores of sea lovers eager for that skipper's catch.
I love to eat fish, so I'm here to buy all the fish, but apparently someone beat me to the deal.
Oh, man.
But 2 fish off ago, I buy everybody fish, but this year I got beat to the deal. So
you won't buy no fish now?
No, I buying some now.
How much you buy?
I buy about $100 a week.
I was looking for a deal, and they gave me a good deal on the fish, and I purchased some fish.
I'm enjoying the Cat Island Fish Off Tournament, having a good time being on the family island. I came to just relax with my husband, and of course we have to come and support the vendors, so we came and got some fish. It's really important, I think, to continue to generate throughout our economy, and the local tourism is a product that, you know, this government is trying to promote, and so that's why we as representatives has to show our locals that, one, we support them, and to encourage others to do the same.
The Cat Island Down Home Fish Off tournament ends today. The winners of the Fish Off will be announced later, and the juniors will hit the waters for the competition. With my photographer, Agatha Christie, I'm Desmond Saunders here, Smith's Bay, Cat Island, ZNS Total Sports.
In track and field news, Bayman professional sprinter Samson Colebrook hoping for a strong 2023, and he's off to a good start. Colebrook would win his men's 200-meter heat at the Thomas Jones Invitational in Gainesville, Florida on Friday. He would win in 21.01 seconds. The Exuma native runs for the Atlanta Track Club based in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's been a look at your sports on this Saturday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
It's regatta time again with the National Family Island Regatta in Georgetown, Exuma. Tune into the ZNS Television Network April 19th through 22nd, live from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. and keep up to date with all the excitement, sailing action, and a chance to win great prizes. Watch Regatta Time live 2 to 4 p.m. April 19th through 22nd, right here on the ZNS Television Network.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 80 degrees, relative humidity 78%. We have easterly winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, that's 1,016.7 millibars, 30.02 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, 80 degrees in Marsh Harbour, Abaco, and Green Toll Key, also in Abaco. Freeport, Grand Bahama at 81 degrees. The Berry Islands, 81. Allenstown, Bimini, 82 degrees. 80 in Harbor Island. Rockside and Lutra, 79 degrees. 81 in Black Point, Exuma. 81 also in Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Allenstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, all reporting 78 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, a little warmer at 80 degrees. 80s also in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matthew Town, Inagua at 82 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight, southeast to south winds, they're going to be around 10 to 15 knots to the wave heights 1 to 3 feet over the ocean, so flat seas for the next couple of days. Low tide will take place at 11 tonight. You can expect another low tide at 11:43 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands through tomorrow, the winds are going to be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots to the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And as our light pictures showing some of that precipitation now moving across the central Bahamas, everything is being pushed towards the north and east, so there will be some clearing over parts of the northwest Bahamas tonight. But this frontal boundary, which is approaching Florida, this will get into our area that is the northwest Bahamas on Monday late. That will bring with it some heavy cloud cover, showers, and isolated thunderstorms embedded in that as well. Tonight, though, we're looking at mainly clear skies with a low temperature of 75 degrees. And tomorrow, humid, some sun, some clouds, thunderstorms in spots in the afternoon with a high temperature getting up to 84 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, apart from those isolated showers tomorrow, things become a bit more cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms working their way into our forecast on Monday. That's associated with that frontal boundary. And then things will start clearing up as we head into Tuesday with lots of sunshine returning to the forecast. Germanita.
Thanks, Basil. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.